At 6, Travis County State District Judge Julie Kocurik is recovering after she was attacked in front of her home on Friday night. Her family says she's receiving great care and is thankful for everyone's support.
But the person responsible for that attack remains on the run. Right now, investigators are poring over details, but they admit the judge was likely targeted. KXAN has learned someone was waiting for Kocurik outside of her home in West Austin. A source says Kocurik's son was driving as they pulled up to the house. He got out of the car to move a garbage bag someone placed in the driveway, and that's when the suspect opened fire. The judge was hit by shrapnel and shattered glass in her face, shoulder, and left arm. She is alert and talking to investigators. In the wake of this violent attack, KXAN has learned Texas judges or court staff have already been subject to 2 other threats this year.
And according to the Texas Office of Court Administration, there were 16 threats made to judges and court officials last year. So how do judges protect themselves in Texas? KXAN investigator Robert Maxwell has been looking into this.
Found out today there is a statewide nonprofit group that offers judges regular security training. Like our police officers, court judges are taught to be aware of their surroundings, not only in the courthouse area, but leaving the court on their way home.
The decisions the judges make, so many of them are so important to people's lives, and not everyone takes the outcome well.
Former Harris County Court Judge Mark Atkinson spent 29 years on the bench making those difficult decisions. These days, you'll find him behind his desk at the nonprofit Texas Center for the Judiciary. He tells KXAN the center's College for New Judges makes sure those who are called to oversee sometimes emotional court cases involving violent crime, bankruptcy, or child custody disputes also learn how to stay safe on and away from that bench.
We'll have sometimes people that are self-defense experts. We'll have people that from the U.S. Marshal's office that will come up and talk to the judges about things they can do to try to minimize the risk.
Topics range from home protection tips like having good exterior lighting to changing up travel routines, even whether to carry a concealed weapon. Despite ongoing training for all judges, Atkinson says it's important any public servant honor existing rules meant to protect them. In Texas, the court bailiffs typically provide that security. Thankfully, Atkinson says he doesn't see an increase in violence against judges, pointing out, too, they can't live in a security bubble.
We try to let them know you're not always going to be in imminent danger. Don't live your life like that.
Now, the Center for the Judiciary here in Texas gets some of its teaching material from a place called the National Center for State Courts. And Robert Shannon, I've put some of that nonprofit safety tips with this story online tonight at KXAN.com.
All right, Robert, thank you very much. And the Texas legislature has also added some protections for judges and other law enforcement officials. For example, judges can have their property listings removed from public tax appraisal records. The state's tax code has a list of 30 positions that allow a person to keep his or her information confidential. That includes state judges, federal judges, the spouses of those judges, members of the U.S. Armed Forces, and victims of domestic violence.